8 must-read Caitlin Clark quotes from Fever Media Day. Caitlin Clark heads into the second year of her WNBA career with higher expectations. She helped lead the Fever to its first playoff appearance since 2016. Now, expectations are higher for her second season in the W. Here are 8 quotes from Clark at Media Day ahead of the 2025 season. Clark on embracing the pressure of higher expectations. How lucky are we to have such a good roster and so many people that wanted to be a part of something bigger than themselves. They saw something in this team and this organization, and you have to give Kelly, Krauskopf, and Amber Cox a lot of credit selling them on this, and also them for being selfless and wanting to come here to be a part of this. Clark on what success looks like this season: championship. The Fever have won one championship in franchise history in 2012. Clark on the depth of this team. There's so many different weapons on this team. There's a lot of really great leadership. There's people that have won championships. Then we have our young core, our young players, a lot of people that are really, really hungry to win. And I think that's kind of what we were lacking last year. We got to the playoffs, and not only have we not won championships, we barely had playoff experience. The Pacers added Dewana Bonner, 2-time WNBA champ, Natasha Howard, 3-time WNBA champ, and Sydney Colson, 2-time WNBA champ, this offseason. Clark on the veteran additions to the Fever. I want to win for them. Seeing how selfless they are and them choosing to come here and choosing to be a part of the Fever, they didn't have to do that. So I certainly want to win for them, and they deserve it, and they've been great, and they'll continue to be great too. Clark on new head coach Stephanie White. I think the thing that I've always admired about Steph is, I've known her for quite some time now, obviously not on the level that I do now, but she just has a really, really good basketball mind. If you listen to her call NBA games or college games, her knowledge of the game is far better than most people. She understands how the game is supposed to be played. Situation basketball, she knows what she's doing. She knows how to put people in positions to be successful. Stephanie White was the Fever head coach in 2015 and 2016, leading the Fever to an Eastern Conference championship in 2015. She spent the last 2 seasons as the head coach of the Connecticut Sun, coaching them to a 55-25 record in her 2 years there. Clark on building chemistry. It's all about building relationships with your teammates, and that can be hard at this level when there's little time and you're always adding new pieces. Sometimes there's cuts, sometimes there's trades, they're signing new people. So, you have to be really intentional about that. The Fever added 10 new players to their current roster, with only 5 players returning for last year's team. Clark on how the team has started to come together at practice. Well, it's only been 3 days, so it's a lot of learning for sure. But I also just think everybody's really just their selflessness, and I think Dewana Bonner is the one that stands out to me. She's won championships, but she's here to provide knowledge to our young players to help us really get over that hump and be able to win. Clark on how this season is different than last season. I think there was just a lot coming at me last year at this time. I'm trying to move to a new city. I'm living in a hotel. I'm trying to figure out my teammates. I'm trying to figure out new coaches and how this league works and how this league operates. It was a lot to take in. It came at me fast, but I'm also really grateful for that experience too. It taught me a lot about basketball. It taught me a lot about myself and how to be resilient. The Fever also played 11 games in the first 20 days of the WNBA season last year. The Fever's season starts with their first preseason game on Saturday against the Mystics at Gainbridge Fieldhouse at 1 p.m. Their regular season tips off on Saturday, May 17 against the Chicago Sky.